Hi, everybody. This is the baseball fight, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the baseball hut. Hope you like this video and hopefully you have a good holiday. So we're talking about the Mets. I took Saturday off just to take a break. I'm working very hard for you, and you need a rest. And I'm going to do a couple videos here tonight and post them over the next couple of days. Not only here on the baseball hut too, and the prospect hut. But let's sort of talk about, and we need to take a bit of a breather from this Yamamoto. God, they didn't sign him. This Yamamoto nonsense. This is from Mets Mirage. Now, obviously, the Mets didn't sign him. It didn't seem like he had any intention to go into the Mets. He had no intention to go into the Yankees. He just wanted to get every ounce of, green that he could out of those two teams. Now, the Yankees were smart enough not to go past $300 million. The Mets, well, they went to 325. And Yamamoto went back to the Dodgers and said, can you match it? And I think the Mets would have given him more, but Yamamoto did not go back. So I'm going to read you a couple of names. We're going to go through the free agents. Here's the thing. The Mets should not sign a free agent that has any kind of qualifying offer attached to them, because they'll have to give up draft picks. And the Mets are hell-bent on rebuilding this farm system. If you follow me on the prospect side, I talk a lot about how important a farm system is to a foundation of an organization and a foundation to winning. If you don't have a strong farm system, you're going to have a very difficult time winning. And that's why 2023 was such a disaster, while the end of 2022 did not finish up as well as we would have liked. Because of that lack of young talent that needs to come in to sort of not only push the older guys, but also to fill in the gaps when you need them. And in particular, the Mets pitching in their farm system has not been very good. They're starting to see some players coming up to the system, like Christian Scott and Blade Tidwell and Tyler Stewart and Mike Vassell. But those guys, maybe Christian Scott, but the rest of them are not considered, elite type pitchers. But let's go through some of this. From Mets Mirage, the Yoshinobu, we don't care about Yamamoto. That monkey crap is over with. Let's go through just the starting rotation and the hitters. The most notable area the Mets need to fill is the rotation. Missing out on Yamamoto certainly makes this area trickier to fix. The 25-year-old would have slotted as the Mets ace for 24 in the next decade. And I would mention, he's not had an injury, and every pitcher gets hurt. Instead, the Mets rotation for 2024 is top-heavy. Kodai Senga and Jose Quintana are solid options at the top, but the bottom is filled out with question marks on Luis Severino, Joey Lucchesi, Tyler McGill, and Jose Butto. Adding Adrian Hauser on Thursday helped lengthen the rotation, but he's more of a depth piece than a difference maker. He's starting 20. I mean, he's going to fill in the gaps. He'll start his 20-something games. That's what his value will be. Still, even with these holes, the Mets are looking at more of a patch job this offseason than long-term solutions. Dave Stearns already hinted the Mets wouldn't pivot to other big names such as Jordan Montgomery or Blake Snell if they missed out on Yamamoto. Like I said, they don't want to give up these draft picks. Montgomery's a good pitcher, but from where the Mets are, he's not a difference maker. He's a number 3 starter during the regular season. You want to give up a draft pick for a number 3 starter? No. Blake Snell. He reminds me, folks, of Ali Perez in a lot of ways. Now, he's won 2 Cy Young Awards, but he's only a few games over 500. When you can think about the kind of seasons that he's had when he's won those Cy Youngs, the fact that he's barely over 500 should scare you. And then you look at the walk rates over 4. You don't want to see a pitcher who's a Cy Young Award winner have a walk rate over 4. It's crazy. More realistic option on the market is Lucas Giolito. Now, I am not the biggest fan of his. But that's kind of what we're looking at. He had a horrid second half of 23, but as a former All-Star projected to take a short-term deal, the hopes of parlaying into a longer-term deal in 2025. He did throw a no-hitter a few years ago. He has a high-end stuff, but he's had a lot of downtime, a lot of down periods in his career. Another option the Mets would be Shota Aminaga. That's the other Japanese import. The left-hander who's 30 years old, has a career 2.96 in Nippon professional baseball. and is renowned for his excellent command and deceptive low 90s fastball. He doesn't walk anybody. Now, the DH spot, we'll go through this really quickly. The most logical guy, and really the guy that, in the last 2 weeks we've heard, or last week, is Justin Turner. He doesn't have to DH all the time. He doesn't have to play third base all the time. Get 130, 140 games out of him. Get batted fifth in the lineup. You get batted second in the lineup. That's and he can play defense when you need him. That's really his value, and he's good in the clubhouse. I'm not the biggest fan of his either, but he's only a one-year option. The other options now aren't great. With Ronnie Mauricio's injury, it's going to be very difficult because he was the guy that was going to be the third baseman here. Because if he hit, he was going to play. And and the defense will come around. He's very good. He's got a very good arm. From what I saw, he just needed his reps at third. Brett Beatty, I have zero confidence in terms of defensively, offensively. How many guys are catching the ball with their face? That's not a very good way to do things. Mark Vientos, I think he can hit, but his defense is dreadful. He can't play third at all. Now, according to this, the other options are J.D. Martinez or Jorge Soler. Martinez is probably going to look for more money than Turner. Or Jorge Soler is going to look for more years. You want to be pinned down on these average DHs? I don't know. Now, the bullpen, and here's the thing about a bullpen. David Stearns did a great job in Milwaukee. He built some really great bullpens over those many years when he was the general manager and the president of baseball operations. So he is a guy that I think he'll be fine building a bullpen here. He's not spent any money on the bullpen, which I think is rather interesting to me, that he's been able to do that over Milwaukee. Now, we know that we spent a lot of money. Seen the Mets spent a lot of money on bullpens over the many years, and a lot of times they don't work out. So, Dave Robinson pitched well last year. Adam Ottavino was up and down, but that's an area that you can go cheap and get a lot of results out of. I don't see Aroldis Chapman here. Maybe David Robinson would have been here if we had Billy Epler still here. I don't think that's going to happen. I'd be very surprised they bring in a veteran pitcher in here. I would like to see them bring a lefty in here, but I don't see them doing anything major in the bullpen. I think they'll go with what they got. They got a great closer in Edwin Diaz, and they'll just go with what they have, what they brought in here. And maybe they'll bring in a couple other pieces, but I don't see them making any major changes there. He knows how to build a bullpen. So you know what? A lot of times these general managers don't know how to do it. He might be the one guy out of a few that knows how to do it. Well, I hope you have a good Christmas, good holiday. There'll be plenty of videos up. Things don't stop here too often. And if you subscribe to this channel, you'll get constant content, interaction with me, and interaction with all the regular subs. We have a lot of fun here. I goof on the players. I don't care what I say. And that is going to continue into the dark 2024 that's ahead of us. Oh my God, what are we going to deal with next year? But thank you for watching this video. Of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. I'll see you later.